Good morning. Happy Monday, guys. Day 16 of distant learning. Miss Soto here today to be delivering you your reading lesson as well as science. All right, so for reading today, you will be completing your 30 minutes reading a story of your choice. And then with me, we are going to be reviewing, asking, and answering questions to demonstrate a better understanding of a text. Okay, so that means that we can refer to details in a text as support when we are asked or answering when we are asking or answering questions about a text. Okay, which is what we should always do. We should always use the details to support our answers when we are asking or answering questions about a text. Okay, always refer to the text for that. Now, an inference is something that you all have proven to be very good at. Okay, it's when you take what you know and you use that information, you use what you know to understand something that the text didn't say. So, for example, we're reading a story about a bank robbery, okay? This is totally made up, okay? We're reading a story about a bank robbery. We are at the end of the story. We know that the robbers, they robbed this bank. The police were after them. The police captured them. They put them in handcuffs. They put them in the back of the police car. Story ends. Okay, well, the story told us that these people robbed a bank. The story told us that the police were after them, that the police caught them, that the police put them in handcuffs, and the police have them in the back of their cop car. Okay, does the story tell us that they are going to jail? No. I didn't say anything about the story telling us that they're going to jail. But can we infer that they're going to jail? Do you already know that people who rob banks go to jail? Yeah, well, we already know that. So we are inferring that those robbers are being taken to jail because they robbed a bank, okay? We can infer that based on the things that we already know, okay? We use that information to understand something that the story did not tell us. All right, so what I want for you to do is I want for you to turn to the Monday page in your reading packet, okay? I am going to read you the questions for today that you should be thinking about while you are reading the text, okay? So the first one is part A. What inference, remember, inference, it is using what you already know to better understand something that the text does not tell you, okay? So, what inference can you make about Anthony in the beginning? Part B. Underline a sentence from the text that supports your answer in part A. All right, side note. I want to take a time out real quick, and I want to explain part A and part B questions, okay? Part A and Part B questions are married, okay? They are married. They go together. So the answers should support one another, okay? Your answer to Part A should go with answer Part B. It should help make sense. If Part A, you say that the sky is blue, and then in Part B, you want to answer if the sky is green, those clash, okay? Those aren't the same. Those aren't married, okay? Part A and Part B questions are married, okay? They go together. Now, again, Part A, what inference can you make about Anthony in the beginning? Part B, underline a sentence from the text that supports your answer in Part A. Married. All right, moving on. If you turn the page, you will see the story that you'll be reading today. It is titled A Special Pet. Alrighty, and turn the page once more because we're going to read the other questions before we read our text, okay? So the next question, again, is another Part A. It says, why did Anthony expect the usual response from Dr. Einstein, okay? Why did he expect the usual response from Dr. Einstein? Now, Part B, married. Underline a sentence from the text that supports your answer in Part A. So find a sentence in the text that supports your answer for Part A, okay? And then we've got a third question here. It says, based on the story, why was Dr. Einstein a good name for Anthony's new parrot? Okay, so again, I just read the questions for you. I want you to be thinking about those questions while you are reading the story, because your task today is to answer these questions after reading the story, okay? Remember that the story provides the details needed to answer the questions, okay? You will find the answers to the questions in the text. You can infer, use the information you already know to better understand something that's not in the text, okay? You can infer the answers to these texts, but the details in the story will support what you can infer, okay? Now, be sure to use complete sentences when responding. Complete sentences means rephrasing questions when you answer it, alrighty? So, for example, the first question asked, what inference can you make about Anthony in the beginning? Okay, well, to answer that question in a complete sentence, when rephrasing the question, I would write, the inference that I can make about Anthony in the beginning of the story is, or, in the beginning of the story, I can infer that Anthony, those awkward pauses are where you write the answer, alrighty? Alright, so again, you must use complete sentences, and remember, complete sentences always end in punctuation, period, alright? So, once you're finished, be sure to share your answers with moi via Class Dojo or Facebook, alrighty? Now, the next part of this video is completely optional as it is science, okay? Scissors are needed for today's lesson and something to keep your pieces in that you will be cutting up, like a Ziploc bag or paper clip or just something, alrighty? So I'm going to go ahead and pause me and open up to your science packet. We're going to be using pages 3 and pages 5, but so pause me so you can get there. Welcome back. All right, so today's lesson will start by you cutting the pieces on page 5 out of the packet. So go ahead and turn to page 5, pause the video, cut out those images, and you will need those for part of today's lesson, so be sure that you keep those in a safe place, like that Ziploc or paper clip that I recommended. Alrighty, so pause, play. Now that you are finished, turn to page 3. It says Monday in the upper left-hand corner. Alrighty, I want for you to look at the pictures as I read aloud, okay? So you are going to be looking there at those pictures. Okay. A group of friends are out on their daily walk in the forest. They're not practicing social distancing. It's none of my business. Today the forest is cold and covered in snow. One of the friends points out that they haven't seen the local black bear on their walk for several days. Each one of the friends gives their reasoning for the bear's absence. Jessica: I think the bear has gone south for the winter. Megan: I think the bear is hiding from us. Michelle: I think the bear only comes out at night now. Kara: I think the bear is in a den hibernating for the winter. Okay. Which of the friends do you believe is correct? At the right of the photos, you will decide who you believe is correct. And you will also explain why you think that person is correct. Okay, so go ahead, pause the video, write your answers, and welcome back. All right, so now let's move on to the activity. You've cut up all of your pieces, so I want you to take the hibernation and migration cards, and I want you to set them up somewhere, and then I want you to sort all those animals into the category that you think that they belong in. Okay, so for example, we know that bears hibernate. So I would put the photo of the bear underneath the hibernation card. All right, so go ahead, pause me, sort through all those animals. Ayo, welcome back. So we've got some questions here that we need to answer. Alrighty, and the first one says, we're in the activity part of the first page for the science packet, just FYI. What do you think animals are doing when they migrate? Second question. What do you think animals are doing when they hibernate? Third question. Why do you think that animals migrate and hibernate? So go ahead, pause the video, take your time when answering these questions. While you're answering them, I want you to really think about what's being asked. And then once you are finished, move on to the exit slip for today. So the exit slip, you can unpause me now if you haven't already. The exit slip says, draw a picture of an animal that you think migrates. Describe what you think this animal does that tells you that it migrates. No, I'm sorry. Describe what you think this animal does that tells you that it migrates. Alrighty. Please share your exit slips with me. I love seeing what you guys are doing in science. These science packets are actually pretty cool. And I love animals, as you all know. So, super cool. I miss you. Have a wonderful first day to this week. I am washing my sheets and I'm going to be cleaning around this house. So yeah, I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. I miss you guys and I will talk to you later. Toodles.